What is going on, guys? It's your boy PComFunFan97 and we are going to continue the Photoshop CS6 for beginners tutorial. And we've gone over these tools on the left panel. We've gone over all of these right here, and I believe we left off on this second part of the panel, which is the spot healing brush. Now, if I haven't gone over that, I will teach you right now. So to begin with, you're going to have the spot healing brush tool. You're going to have about 5 options. The first one is spot healing brush tool. This basically removes anything that's in the way. So say this image, you wanted to remove it. In this case, I have my background right here. I did a layers tutorial on that. If you guys want to watch it, I'll post the link in the description so you guys can see that. But you want to make a duplicate of that by pressing Command J or Control J if you're on Windows. And then we'll make a duplicate of the background image. So now you can start editing. So with my spot healing brush tool selected, you can simply click and drag just as if you were going to use the brush tool. You would just click and drag, and it will remove whatever's in the way. And say you wanted to remove this as well, you can do that. You can decrease the size of the brush by right-clicking and moving left to right to increase the brush and left to decrease the size of the brush. And you can just go like that, and that will remove it. Keep in mind that it doesn't always work as you think it will. So you can use the spot healing brush tool. There's 2 different ones. This one, basically, if you click it, it's going to be different. It's going to ask you option click to define a source point to be used to repair the image. So you would have to option click somewhere, option on my Mac, and you would sample this right here, and then you can use it to go over, and this will sample everything. But to be careful, you don't really want to go to like if you click right here or somewhere right here and you start coloring, or you're going to start sampling the glasses itself. So you don't want to do that. So you want to be careful when you're using this tool. The next one is the patch tool. The patch tool basically works if you were to copy something. So say like, let's see, like, I don't know, you could say this piece right here of this hair, you can circle it if you want to remove it, and you would click and drag away from that, and then you let go, and then press Command D, and then we'll get rid of it. So that's kind of one of my favorite tools, is the patch tool instead of the spot healing brush tool. The next one is the content aware move tool. Not all people use this. I don't use it personally, but to be honest, the content aware move tool, you basically would select something, say her eyebrows, if you guys really do want to use it, and you would click and drag, and that will make a selection or a copy of it, and then it will place it somewhere else on another wherever you dragged it, and it will take it off as well, so you can see that she has no eyebrows anymore. So let's put that back. And then you have the red eye tool. So this basically works. Let me go ahead and open up a different image. Say someone had let's select this one. Say someone had red eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the brush tool. I'm gonna decrease it by using the left and right bracket key. And say they had like red eyes. So I'm gonna make it nice and red. So say they had red eyes, okay? And I'm gonna do it right here. That looks a little scary, but that's okay. Go back to the red eye tool, and here you can select it. You could just click, and then we'll remove it. So all you gotta do is click and drag, or actually you have to highlight it, and it will remove it. So you have to select all of it, and usually it works. There you go, see, and it removed it. It does its best. Photoshop does its best to remove the red eye tools. Basically, when you take a picture in your camera, usually their eyes will turn out to be red. If you guys have seen that. The next one is the brush tool. I think you guys all are familiar with this tool. Basically, you can just draw in whatever you'd like. You can change the mode to any of these, say overlay. It will overlay the image, so it won't be as the opacity won't be 100. It's going to be like 20 or something. So let's go ahead and move that back to normal. You can change the size by clicking the down arrow right here and upgrading, or actually making the size bigger or smaller by moving it left to right. You can increase the hardness. Hardness is basically how hard or how sharp you want it to be. And then you can select any of these brushes. If you have custom ones installed into Photoshop, you can use those as well. So you can select any of these. If you can see as a sample, kind of looks like a cool effect to it. So I select the normal one. And you can also right click and that will bring up the same menu. So that's basically it for the brush tool. And if you want to change the color, you can just double click this red box. Usually it's going to be like this. Say you have a color filled in like pink or something, and you have this one as well. Like say you have it mixed up and you want to go back to the default option, you would just click right here, this two small boxes. It's going to be black and white. You would click that and that will turn it back to default. You can also click that and make it blue or something, and then you can color in with that. So that's really nice. Then you have the pencil tool. Basically, it's just a pencil tool. It's more thinner and it looks like it's a pencil drawn, and it works as the same effects as the brush tool does. The next one is the color replacement tool. Basically, this, if you click and drag, this will sample it, as in this will color. Say you wanted to sample this, it will actually get a color of that, which is pretty nice. If not, then I have no idea. But say you wanted to color in something, I don't really use this, the color replacement tool, so I would mess around with that. Then you got the mixer brush tool. Again, I'm not going to go over that because no one really uses that. The next one is the clone stamp tool. Pretty much this, if you click and drag around, it will sample like whatever you have sampled. You have to option again. Say you wanted to sample. When you hold down option, you have to hold down option and click. Say what you want to sample an empty area of the skin to remove these pimples. You would just click right here, and you can see it's sampled of the skin color. And you would click over it, and this will sample out as close as where you selected it to. So again, it doesn't always work the best. And then you've got pattern stamp tool. The pattern stamp tool is a little bit different. It just creates a pattern when you've selected it. So press Command J, you would double click and you would go into pattern overlay. And you would have to do something with that. I'm not gonna go over that right now because it takes some skill, like advanced users. Then you got the history brush tool. Pretty much you can just click and drag. It's like the eraser, and it erases. If you click this three boxes with the arrow, it's the history panel, and you click in with the two arrows, you can make it bigger to see your whole options. And this brings up a list of what you've done in Photoshop. And it starts up from the beginning of what you've done. You first opened it, then we use the brush tool, the red eye removal tool. Then we use the color replacement tool, then etc. And it will bring it up. And then you can go back in time and click one of those to where you left off if you messed up, or go back in future time. And you can also delete them. It says delete state history brush, and that's what I've selected. So if you click yes, it's going to delete it. You can also check. You can't like select multiple, so you can't delete all of them. You would actually just have to go to the first one, which is the original image. So that is how it works. It basically, you just erase it and goes back in time. This is the eraser tool. If you click and erase, this will erase whatever you've done in Photoshop. Pretty straightforward. You got the background eraser tool. If you go close to, say, the background, say his hair, this will remove the background. If I can do it. Okay, there we go. Make sure that there is no copy, or else it's just gonna overlap the background layer. So just make sure that there's only one layer that is background, and then you can click and drag on the outside, and Photoshop will do its best to go over. So you don't want to go this close because then it's going to remove his hair on his head. So you want to go, you can also decrease the softness again by right clicking. You can see my hardness is at 100%. I would go to 20 or 10%. And you can just go like this and it will go over. You can slightly go over the hair because the softness is at 9%. So it won't remove so much hair or whatever you're going to be removing in the background. See, you can just go like this, increase the brush size, and you can do that as well. So that's how it works. Now, the magic eraser tool, this will erase the background. It won't do its best. It uses high contrast colors. So white, it would select all of the white and it will get removed. So let's say blue, that's all going to get removed. and you can go like this, but this would take too long. So this works way better if your background is a solid color, like black or blue or red or yellow or green, and that works so much better with that. Then we've got the gradient tool. Basically, the gradient tool is going to be a little bit more advanced, so I'll do a tutorial on that one. But if you guys really want to see it, comment below and I will do a tutorial on that. I believe I did a tutorial on that in my previous episodes. The paint bucket tool, you click or you double click the square color right here, which is blue, and you would choose a color. Say you wanted this one, and you click OK, and you click just normal click left button click, and it will fill in whatever you color or whatever you choose to color in. So this comes in handy if you're doing like backgrounds for web or design or anything. And again, this works with high contrast colors. Excuse me. But yeah, that's how it works. The 3D material drop tool, again, I'm not going to go over that because no one really uses it. The next one is the blur tool. This will blur out images. I'm going to go ahead and make my brush bigger and increase the hardness. This will blur out whatever you're like. It's like the brush. You would just click and drag. That's like using the brush tool. You would click and drag, and this will blur out the image. The more you go over it, basically it's like you're layering the image over and over again, so it will make it even more blurry. See? The sharpen tool, this will sharpen up the image, so this will even make it better high quality. But if you go way over, you can see that it's starting to look really horrible. The hue is starting to come up. The smudge tool, this basically will make a smudge in the image just like that. So let's go ahead and back to our normal image. We've got the dodge tool. I did a tutorial on that on my previous tutorial, if you guys haven't seen it. If you're new to my channel, I would really suggest you guys subscribe because I do tutorials like this. The dodge tool, basically the dodge tool makes images brighter and it makes it more, it adds more contrast basically. You got the burn tool. This basically makes it darker. If you're gonna go for a tan, you could use this if you want to. So yeah, and then you got the sponge tool. The sponge tool basically kind of decreases. It's like I look like the person looks like a zombie. By the way, this is not me. So this basically is the sponge tool. It removes the color, the saturation of the image. So yeah. And this is basically it. This is all I've got for you guys. So if you guys want to go ahead and leave a like in the ratings below, that will be much appreciated. And subscribe if you guys are new, and leave a like to show some appreciation. Comment below if this helped you in any way, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.